All right, what's up? Welcome back. It's What's Running Podcast. It's your boy, Dr. J.
Mr. Wash.
Ashley Ray.
And this is your weekly conversation on mental health, social issues, and other contributing factors plaguing society. This is What's the Remedy Podcast.
We back.
We back.
We back. We back.
What that mean?
We back and we black.
Well, we have an episode last week. That's why.
Yeah, we didn't have an episode last week. We was busy. Everybody had shit to do, working and all that kind of stuff. So we back.
Yep.
How was y'all's 2-week hiatus?
Labor Day weekend.
I ain't do nothing.
Did I do something like that?
Yeah, y'all went out.
Went to the games.
Oh yeah, we
Yeah,
went to
yeah.
PB's game and
I decided to stay in the house and do cleanup and Labor Day around.
Labor Day around.
okay. I mean that's good.
I ain't want to be bored.
That's good. So what'd you get? Did you get anything accomplished in the house?
Yeah. And I ate a lot.
What'd you eat?
Food. No.
Like somebody barbecued or you just ate some
That
shit you had in
too.
the house?
Barbecue. I probably Labor Day weekend. Went out. I ain't drink though.
I'm talking so softly, actually.
I ain't drink though.
Nah, that's
She
better.
fine.
Yeah, that's better. But
I'm a soft woman.
you not drinking or something?
No, I didn't drink late. No, I just didn't feel like I don't drink at home.
Oh.
Yeah.
Shit.
Oh my bad. I'm a social drinker. I can't drink by. How you be posting stuff? You drink it by yourself? Nah, I'm good.
I don't drink by myself often, but I mean I do partake when I'm at home sometimes.
Well, I drank the other day by myself, but it's just I was stressed out a little bit, so I just took a little glass of wine, smoked a cigar. That was cool.
I saw you trying to be like me.
I was like, hey, I'm about.
Bullshit. Yeah, he got coughing and shit.
I'm about to put this shit out. This
Lung
ain't what
cancer.
I was
Shit.
like, damn.
I said, do you don't smoke cigars regularly?
Mm-mm.
So that was your first time or something?
No,
Oh,
I smoke occasionally.
but you couldn't handle it.
Yeah, it's okay. You smoke.
I
So you're not supposed to
I
inhale.
thought you need to hit the old
No.
faces.
Oh yeah, I heard it's a cigar.
Yeah, martini bar
right?
now, whatever.
What
That's
is
what's up. I wanna
It's
go.
called martinis now.
What is
They
it?
got a
It's
couple
a cigar bar
cigars.
lounge.
What's called martini?
The old faces.
Oh, faces.
Yeah.
Faces.
Yeah, that's what it's called now. It's nice up in there.
I mean, never mind.
They got like new owners. They got rid of black people. Or what?
I think so.
Oh.
It's not black.
I don't think so. I'm not sure.
It is a martini and cigar bar.
Well, no, the club is black folk, you know.
But
I mean, because where it's at.
Yeah, pretty much.
that can always change. You seen what's around Third Ward these days?
I mean, slowly but surely it is, gentrifying.
Ain't no wrong. Yeah, something wrong with that. I don't care what nobody say.
Something wrong with what?
Nothing.
Gentrification.
You saying there's something wrong with gentrification? You on the mic,
I know.
actually. She just staring at me.
Now when they gonna kick us out, yeah, I got a problem with that.
Okay, so I have this question. This is not even the topic, but
I know.
so do you have an issue with black people gentrifying a neighborhood? Like, let's say it's a black
No,
neighborhood.
I just don't like when you be like, oh, why are they playing that loud music in the park and there's trains over here? You still in the damn hood. Like,
So you just don't like people complaining about the neighborhood.
right.
You, don't
You might
care
be
about,
a different color than,
What used to be there.
yeah, it's always been going on. We had
Yeah.
block parties there. And now since Becky and Karen now, we can't have barbecues no more.
No, you can't.
Who?
This is a residential area.
What? What's your airplane mode?
Anyway, start the show.
The show been started. Let's start the show. No, but I asked that because a lot of people sometimes have a problem with
I love everybody,
With,
but
like-
now when you changing shit. Come on.
like when black people, like when people are getting moved out of the neighborhood. 'Cause they talk about it being gentrified, you think about white people, right?
Yeah.
But like, what about when it's gentrified and like
Black
the
people moving in?
the black dentists and lawyers are buying these nice houses and they tearing down all the projects and all the places where poor people stay or where
I guess
low
I can
income
go with
stay.
them too. So it's
So is that a good thing that black people are moving in?
Tasha Johnson's too. Maybe it's the what? I don't know. I don't know.
I think it's just a big issue of change.
Yeah.
At the end of the day, regardless of who it was.
You want it to look better, but you don't want to kick out people that have nowhere to go.
Yeah.
Right.
Because like I say, like it'd be like they didn't tore down some shit in the hood, or whatever, but then put like a Starbucks, but it's a black-owned Starbucks.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? But then people still be like, man.
Black people don't own Starbucks.
People own Starbucks.
They don't. Are they the owners really of Starbucks?
Of their location? Yeah, of their location.
Of that location.
Yeah.
But you don't, I don't really feel like that.
That's kind of what ownership
Make your
is.
own,
Yeah.
make your own.
So you want them to start from scratch.
Like, Cup of Joe. You know?
A cup of Joe?
Cup of Joe. Come on, the Cup of Joes, we got it. What's gonna happen to that?
I mean, you might get a little bit of success, but yeah.
Like my grandma had a cleaners in Fifth Ward
Mm-hmm.
back in the day. Don't have that now.
Well, I mean, like I said, it's cool, but I mean, it's cool that, you know, black people are moving into an area, but I do think that, like, sometimes people have an issue with, you know, people moving out, the people that already live there. Because, like, they tear down the hood and build up condos, and then when the black people move in the condos, the people that live in there ain't allowed to live there no more. And I think that's what gentrification is. But, I mean, some people are cool with it as long as it's not white people. And so, it's kind of like, you know, catch-22 there.
It is. Maybe I'm like that sometimes, but also, like, feel for the people that do not have anywhere
Exactly.
where they gonna go.
I mean, they find somewhere to go. They be in
Where
an
they gonna
apartment somewhere. They find
Where?
an apartment.
Where?
That's why, like, all these people that were from the hood live in the suburbs now because they had to move somewhere, and so a lot of them moved to the suburbs to these apartment homes
They
and shit.
ain't got no car to get nowhere because suburbs do not have buses.
They do. A lot of the bus routes run out.
I don't have no bus that comes by my house.
You live in the suburbs?
Nah,
You live on the east side. East
Don't
side
have
like
no
the middle of
bus.
nowhere over here.
don't have no bus.
I know, because y'all like in the middle of nowhere over here.
But everywhere the bus, they go somewhere else. I don't have no bus. It's not that. It's far actually for me to watch the bus stop.
Well,
It's gonna take
y'all
me at least
far
a
out
whole-
here, period.
Let me tell people what the anyway.
It's the east side. East side is large. I don't think they're going to find you.
Can't find me. Anyway, yeah.
So what's the topic for today? I don't even know.
Damn, went blank.
Something about wanting something.
Oh, how bad do you fucking want it?
Okay.
Oh,
That's
Okay,
what
so that's your check yourself segment for today. How bad do you fucking want it?
how bad?
What are you talking about there, Wash?
How bad did you? When you look at certain things, how bad do you want it? Like I said, we bitch, moan, complain about how bad we want stuff.
Yeah.
Like, you know what I'm saying? I want this new summer body. I want this new job. I want this car. I want this to be loved. I want this relationship, whatever the case may be.
Yeah.
But how bad do you fucking want it? How bad are you willing to sacrifice to get what you want? Like some things, whatever, to get that summer body, maybe you sleep 6 hours at night. Or you want to sacrifice 2 of those hours for like the next 3 to 6 months. Some people are willing to do it, others not. You know what I'm saying? You're willing not to eat certain foods, whatever. Are you willing to save some money? Like you say, trying to get another vehicle or a house, whatever. Are you willing to put back a couple of $100 every check?
So are you saying that some people aren't that into it, like they don't want it, or is it that is there some other reason why it's not?
No, I think it's everybody wants it. Everybody wants it, but it's like how bad do you want it? Are you willing to sacrifice for it?
Right.
And people are not willing to make certain sacrifices. Like we love to talk about what we want and what we want to try to do for some things, but we're not really willing to sacrifice a lot of times.
That's true. I agree with that.
You know what I'm saying? A small sacrifice to one person could be a big sacrifice to somebody else.
But I mean, like, I guess my question is, like, usually when you have those kind of issues, the question comes up, who are you to judge who is giving a bigger sacrifice, I guess? So, like, let's say, I mean, because for some people, okay, if we're talking about relationships, it could be, like, one thing. Like, I feel like it's a big sacrifice for me to do this, whereas you're like, that should be nothing for you. Or it could be, you know, as far as you're talking about, like, working out or something. Like, for somebody, you know, not eating bread is like the biggest task in the world. But for other people, they're like, man, I don't really need to eat bread all the time. And so, like, it's not that big of a sacrifice for them. So I guess where the problem in that comes for me is who decides, like, what's the biggest sacrifice?
Well, that's the thing. It's you.
Right.
Like you say, like, if bread is not a big sacrifice for me, right? To look a certain way, I can give up bread, whatever case may be. But bread might not be the biggest hindrance to me getting what I want as far as look.
True.
But bread is for you. So are you willing to be like, you know what? I know if I stop eating bread, I'm going to be where I want to be. So, you know what I'm saying? That's the sacrifice for yourself.
Yeah.
So every sacrifice is different.
And you got to figure, I guess the thing comes with, like, you got to figure out what your sacrifice is going to be. Because like if we talking about like the difference between sacrificing bread and sacrificing like let's say for time, then like if you good on time, like you got all the time in the world, but you eat fucking garlic bread with every meal, and then
you know me.
you going
Love bread.
you eating garlic bread with every meal, but you go running all the time or whatever, and shit freeze up. You go running all the time or whatever, but like you're not really losing anything, like because you just keep eating bread all the time.
Yeah.
I'm good at maintaining.
So like
life.
your sacrifice may not be time and working out because you're good at that. You gotta be.
But
bread.
how bad do you want it? Oh my bad. How bad do you fucking want it?
So how do you make yourself get to a point where you really fucking want it?
Right now, I'm working on saving right now. So I've been cooking, and I'm only allowed to spend $20 a week on food. That's it. I'm only got $7 left.
What's your motivation?
Huh? I'm trying to save up to like a lot of shit I need to save. Just save.
So you don't have no like central goal in mind. You just like,
I do.
I gotta get this shit.
New car.
Okay.
Go back to school.
Hmm.
New. Just hell, Christmas coming up. People's birthdays. I just start. I need a. I set up a goal of what I need in my account by the end of this year. And if I keep doing what I'm doing, plus I spend a lot of money on food and like random shit that I shouldn't spend it on.
Same.
I think the sacrifice goes to how tired are you?
Right.
How frustrated are you with the same situation? Like I'm saying, have you gotten to that point where like, because people are willing to make that sacrifice when they get to that point.
Right.
Like I said, if you ain't at that breaking point, then you be like, oh, I can do that. Then you be like, nah, fucking, I'm tired. I don't want to do this shit no more. But if you're at that breaking point where you feel like, I'm tired of slamming my head against this wall and ain't shit happening, you know what I'm saying, or cussing myself, whatever the case may be, and it's like, I need something to change.
Right.
So, you know what I'm saying, you gotta get to that point to be like, hey, yeah, this is a big sacrifice for me to do, something that I wouldn't normally do, whatever the case may be, but I'm so tired of my current situation that something got to be
work. Yeah. I'm gonna try this for 21 days and see what I can do.
But that's what happens with people that like have like dead end jobs a lot of the time.
Yeah.
Because you be like working the same job over and over again, and you always want to work, and you hate the shit, but you never hated enough to actually like apply to other places. You know what I mean? I hate coming to this motherfucker, but then like you're like, okay, we'll switch jobs. You're like, well, no, I don't feel like really trying to get into the job hunt.
It's so funny. I heard that we had a middle of the year review with our VP at my. Oh, I don't want to talk about this. Hold on. But forget it. We had a middle of the year, basically meeting with the VP, and I heard a guy say, "I've been here 15 years, and my mom told me not to stay here that long because now he's scared to go somewhere else, but he's tired of the job." I'm like,
and the point is he ain't that tired yet. Like, because once you get for real tired,
you gonna move around.
You're done. You moving.
Move around.
You'll take the sacrifice. You'll take the hurt. You'll take whatever pain it take. But once you for real done with something, you gonna stop doing it. Like you can complain about something.
That's even with a relationship. You be like, you know what? Tyrone, you got one more time to run this bank account up. I got to go. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Like,
and you get to
overdrafting shit.
But the thing is, and even like relationships or anything else, like people will say over and over again, man, I'm done with this. I'm tired of this shit. I can't deal with this shit no more. But then they keep dealing with it over and over again. And like sometimes I think one of the issues that people have is like they don't ever reach that point of saying, okay, this is too much. They don't ever have that breaking point, and it sometimes gets to like a dangerous level. And this could go for like, let's say like an abusive relationship. Whether it's emotional abuse or physical abuse or whatever, a person deals with that shit and they keep saying, I'm tired of this shit, I can't deal with this shit no more, but they keep dealing with it. And then it gets to a point where like it keeps getting worse and they don't never know when to just stop it. And so like it gets to a point where like, they could possibly be killed, or they get to severe depression, they get suicidal and things like that because they never found their breaking point. And so like you would hope that your motivation comes sometime before that. Or even if it's like a weight thing, like if you getting big and you just keep getting big and like you get to like 400 pounds, and people will be like, I can't believe people get to my 600-pound life.
But you don't never know what happened to them.
You just after a while you don't ever have the motivation. You be like, oh, it's too far away now.
That's why I said I gotta get back in the gym because I was getting to the point like, this was easy for me to come home, but I was like, I miss being tired. I actually do miss the gym as much as I complain in there. I do miss going.
Right. You got to get to that point. You got to, and I think even for myself, and I'll just talk about like weight issues. Like I had gotten to the point where I was like 350 and I was just big, and so like I was watching my 600-pound life like one day on TV.
Watch that, y'all.
Wow. I mean, it helped me because I watched them. And like they were cooking some food or something like that was going on, and they were eating like a whole bunch of eggs and bacon and donuts and everything for breakfast. But somebody and like it was a big ass platter of like they said this was 6 or 12 eggs, this is a half dozen donuts, and all this is just one meal for breakfast. And the thought in my head was that should look good, like that would look good, and that would look good. And
you better stop watching it.
No, I'm saying this is when I was really big though. So like at that point I was like, I see how easy it is to get to that point because you just keep eating.
But anybody ever told y'all like, hey man, you eat all of that?
Oh yeah.
They told you that?
Yeah.
Okay, they told me that.
But you smaller though, so it don't really
No, it doesn't matter. Like even he kept me ordering food. Like God damn, I want $2 cheeseburgers. I'm not caring.
Cheeseburger ass.
What? 2 double cheeseburgers.
But it looks different coming from you because you're not that big.
But
I'm still, all that food.
But I'm still be hungry. Like, and then I've always been told like, man, you don't want to end up like, that's fucked up. But that's how I was.
I'm talking like it's sad because sometimes whatever our breaking point is our shamed point.
Yeah.
Right? When you shamed or whatever. Because like I said, I remember I'll never forget when I went to Sam Houston for something. And I was up there and I seen that boy Kool-Aid or whatever in the distance. You know what I'm saying? I'm getting out the car or whatever. And he was like, LB, what's good? You sure is eating good, I see.
Yeah.
And stuff like that. I was like, motherfucker.
Yeah. That's how you know,
Put your ass up. Yeah.
And so, but the thing is, sometimes that breaking point is good because it gives you that motivation to actually want what you've always wanted. Because like as I was getting bigger, like I was always a big dude, but like as I was getting bigger, like when I got to my heaviest weight, like as I got bigger, I kept saying, "Man, I need to lose weight. I'm tired of being big. I'm tired of, like the shit sucks."
I start feeling shit. Like
but
clothes,
but nothing ever motivated me to stop. Cause I was just like, oh, I'm gonna keep going.
Cause I've been there, like I said, I've been at my biggest whatever, and I'll be like, man, I'm gonna go work out this and that, and I'm gonna get off work, I'm gonna do this, and I'll be like, damn, that's gonna be like 30 minutes later. Fuck, I'm gonna stop at Whataburger now. You know, I'm gonna eat this food right now. I'm gonna digest, and I'm gonna go ahead before I go to bed. You know what I'm saying? Cause I'm gonna burn them calories off.
I'll come back.
I'll come back to it. Sleep. I need sleep.
Yeah.
I did say that.
But I'm saying
yesterday.
You gonna keep doing it until, and I'm not even saying like you, but like a lot of times when you get into them situations, you gonna keep giving yourself excuses and things to do until you finally reach that point and be like, okay, I ain't got no choice. I gotta have the motivation to do this. I have the motivation to get out of this job. Like you gonna reach your breaking point at work where like it's a job you hate and you just can't stand that job. Well, one day something's gonna happen on that job and you gonna be like, that's it. That was my final straw. I gotta leave.
I hate that I'm competitive. Like that's when I lost my most weight and just did my most shit, whatever.
Yeah, that's
when we like the Biggest Loser challenge, whatever, at work. And it was,
you like that?
Well, no, it was like some dumb shit, but we put money in.
Yeah,
so,
we did that too at work, but I didn't care.
But one lady was like, some kind of bullshit, whatever, and she was like really getting it. You could tell she was losing weight. And I was like, fuck this. I'm gonna do this shit. And me and her was going back and forth, like winning every other 2 weeks, whatever.
Yeah.
And stuff to the point where like I would look at her and be like, damn, she lost a lot of weight, whatever. But then she'd look at me like, damn, Ellie, you losing weight. And then everybody else I would see be like, nigga, you lost a lot of weight. I'm like, I didn't even pay attention to it because I'm being competitive. I'm in a competition mindset and stuff like that. So it's easier for me to do that versus me by myself. Like, hey, I want to do this for self. Yeah, self is lazy. I don't want to do shit.
Yeah.
And it was different. I guess one of the things that that people do, they call it like relationship weight, right?
Yeah,
so, like,
I hear about that.
You get into like
probably why I ain't gained nothing. Anyway,
you get into like a relationship, whatever.
You gain about 10 pounds.
You get comfortable, and so like you don't. you don't have the motivation to like you said, if it's a competitive motivation or like I need to make sure my body right because I need to go get me somebody like that. All that motivation leaves, I guess, and they don't always leave because not everybody does it. But somehow you get kind of lax being in a relationship because you're like,
y'all
okay,
need each other all the time.
What's gonna motivate me to do anything? Like I got somebody.
Unless gym is life, like that's a job.
Yeah, like if y'all and usually it's both people in the relationship have to be into it for that. But I mean, sometimes
some men do it all the time, regardless of what I'm not going to the gym. Yeah.
But then at the same time,
I ain't never been with nobody like that.
Let's just say like not even a relationship. Let's say it's a nigga that like he pull and he big. Like he a big dude that still be getting hoes.
Yeah.
He's not gonna feel the pressure to be like I gotta hit the gym. Like for what? Like
you still pulling.
Yeah, I'm still getting them. Okay. So like if
but it's dudes like that all the time.
What?
They still feel like they ain't going to no gym or nothing. No.
That's what I'm saying. They have no motivation. Like you see dudes with like a whole beer belly and they be confident as hell because they don't have no motivation to go. Like
because they got money. We looking for sugar buddies.
They don't all have money.
This season, maybe.
Women are a lot easier to please than they make themselves seem to be.
I ain't easy to please.
Women are a lot easier to please than they make themselves seem to be.
I mean, you pay a bill or two.
Nah, it don't even take all that.
What it take?
It depends on the woman. It don't take paying a bill. It could take conversation for some because they so used to not being able to have a conversation that when you give them
what type of conversation?
Regular conversation, like in-depth, deep conversation.
Yeah.
Not sex conversation.
I can deal with that.
Ass conversation.
But that doesn't mean like that's easy to please. Like I'll talk to you. I just want to be your friend and have conversation.
What I'm saying is, for some people, just that conversation is enough
be like,
to please
I
them.
love him. That's sad.
I mean, it's the same thing from sex, money, conversation. All of that's just the same, and it's what you do with those things that kind of gives people motivation. And so, like we talking about how bad you really want it. Like if you don't have something to motivate you, then somebody will try to give you something for motivation. And so that's what kind of the money is for.
Very, very little motivation is rooted in something positive, to be honest. Like I say, a lot of our motivation is rooted in vanity.
Yeah, it's like I want stuff for it.
Huh? Yeah.
Like I don't want to take medication, so I gotta start back working out. I already know how my body.
But that's different. That's health reasons. But
yeah.
I mean, let's say people like they just look at themselves in the mirror and be like, I don't like what I look at, and it's like, and I mean, some people are out of shape, but like some people are not in bad shape, but they
still
just
don't like it.
They have like a body dysmorphia complex, which is real, where they kind of look at, like I've seen, like there are people that are like bodybuilders that can look at themselves in the mirror and say, oh my God, I'm so fat. Like, dog.
They'll say, look at these calves. And they're like, man, your calves are big as shit. And like, but I need something.
So terrible. Yeah. Like, and it's common. Like people be in like great shape and everything and look at themselves and be like, I gotta do better, which is where you get things like anorexia and things like that, where people are like, I gotta correct this. I'm so overweight. And so like girls end up being like throwing up and being bulimic and things like that.
Me.
Like, I mean, it happens though. That's what I'm saying.
It's messed up. I believe in eating.
I mean,
food is great.
And I don't know how we got on like the whole diet.
I know.
Yeah, but like I said, that's definitely one part of it.
Really want it.
That's like part of it. That's like one area about how you want to look and stuff. How bad you want that. But like you're saying, your career and like say you're trying to take trips. Like how bad you want to accomplish a certain goal, whatever, trying to buy something. Like some people be like, hey, you can get this, but you might have to get a second job.
Yeah.
Some people be like, man, you doing that shit like
this. You see, I'm like,
Yeah. But like I say, it could be something as far as like
you don't really want.
You can, but you can Uber Eats or whatever, do Amazon, whatever. You can do something simple, right?
Strip.
You can do that too.
Yeah, I can strip.
But how bad do you want it? How bad do you want to be going for?
I think that's like you said, it's kind of up to the person. Because like, let's say it is something like a trip. Like you have to know, and even if it's not like the money aspect of it, it's like giving research and time and that kind of stuff. Like if you're not willing to put yourself into whatever you're trying to do, then it's no point in even saying that that's what you want to do. Like I think it's a waste of time and a waste of people's energy to be like, man, this is what I want, but you ain't doing nothing to work for it.
It sounds
Man, I want
right.
this relationship, but you ain't doing shit for the relationship. I want a new job, but you ain't even looking for that motherfucker. Like, how you want a new job and can't stand your job, but you just hang around there anyway, and you don't change anything. Like, I think people talking is a problem for themselves. What you mean? That's what we do.
Our culture does that a lot, actually.
What? Just talk?
Yeah.
No, we just talk. We want shit handed to us.
Right.
Yeah, we
Our
expect
generation,
things.
yeah. I don't think so much of us, maybe.
No, hell yeah, us too.
Us
Our
too.
generation does the same shit.
Us too. We maybe not as bad as this generation coming up,
Yeah.
but we're bad too.
Yeah, we are bad.
We're the reason why they're like.
I don't think
Exactly.
stuff should be handed to me. I just think it should be a little bit easier. What the fuck is going on here?
I think one of the things that, and we've mentioned this before. Somebody died?
That's kids. That's how.
Yeah, I'm just fucking explaining.
I'm looking around like
If
it's kids.
in the murder on the podcast.
Yeah,
I'm
somebody
straight
get murdered.
leaving.
But nah, like I ain't know what we're talking about no more. Oh, okay, yeah, no, about people not expecting things without working for them. I think part of that is like, and we've discussed this before about like social media and like Twitter and Instagram and stuff. Like, people are seeing the end result and not seeing what it takes to get there.
Right.
So they're like, well, I want that too, but then like you don't really want like, even if you really want something and nobody really, I don't think people really take the time to explain to people, because it's like they don't really want to. Like, there's no reason to explain to them how you got to the point you're at, why you have all this money, why you taking this trip, or how you do that, because people are just like, no, but I want what you got.
Mm-hmm.
I want that. Like, well, nigga, like, do you want to know how I got it, or do you want me to just give it to you? Because I'm not.
Give it to me.
Because, I mean, I'll make it as simple as this. I post myself taking a lot of trips, right?
Mm-hmm.
And people will constantly tell me, man, you always taking trips, blah, blah, blah. And I'm like, yeah, I mean, I like to travel. And so, like, people be like, okay, so what do you do? And I'm like, oh, okay, well, like, about a couple months ahead of time, I'll see some tickets pop up, and I'll be like, oh, shit, that's a cheap flight. I'll book the flight. Then I'll be like, okay, let me see if I can find a hotel. Let me see if I can find some shit to do. And all of this is, like, months in advance. They're like, oh, man, I don't feel like devoting all that time. Well, I mean, like, nigga, you don't really want to go then. Like, people ain't just jumping up. I ain't got that kind of money.
Mm-hmm.
If I had that kind of money, I would just jump up and take a trip tomorrow or some shit. Like, I ain't got that kind of money. So I plan my shit out. So, like, I'm devoting my time and energy into getting this trip together. And then people be like, well, man, that's too much work. Well, then you don't want to do it then.
So you think we lazy? Or
Yes.
people like, oh, okay.
I think people are fucking lazy. I mean, I'm lazy myself, but I think people
am.
are fucking lazy.
We lazy.
Yeah, like I say, it takes a lot of effort. Well, it don't take much effort just to look up something. And people like, that's a whole job to look up. Like, now I gotta look up a hotel and.
See, I like stuff like that because I'm like so excited to go somewhere. So I'm trying to find shit. I don't mind that, but
Yeah, I do too. That's my thing. Like,
I don't mind.
I be at work
going
now because I be so busy at work that like my little escape will be to look at the flight deals and shit like that.
Me too.
Or
I be
if
like,
I have a trip planned, I'm gonna look up some shit.
man,
to
because
do
I found
while
a
I'm
trip to New York for like $129. I was
there. I
like,
see some.
no, Southwest. And I was like,
Southwest has something
next
in
week.
December,
That's
too.
why I was like,
Oh, you going in?
I was
Oh, you
looking
going
at
in?
no. I was looking at it. I was like, bitch, you get on this flight. You stay there Thursday, Friday, and I was just like, nah, you good.
Yeah, no, they had some good ones like later on in the year too. I think I'm taking this trip to like San Diego in November. So like, there's all kinds of trips that pop up, and it's just random. And like I never really planned to go to San Diego, but the flight popped up, and I was like, you know what? I can do San Diego. I ain't never been there before.
Yeah.
I've been to LA a couple times, but San Diego like 2 hours south of that.
Yeah.
So I can take that trip and see what happens. You know what I'm saying? So like, it's those things that kind of motivate me to be like, that's what I really want to do. So if I really want to do that, I'm gonna devote some time to it. I'm gonna make sure it's good.
I really want to go. Is it a venue?
A venue, yeah. Like go take some wines and shit.
Get fucked up. Take some wine. My bad. Take some wines.
But no, like
I'm trying to get some on the train.
one of the things I looked up for San Diego was so like you can take the trolley down to the border and go to Tijuana and stuff.
Oh, here you
But
go.
right outside of Tijuana, there's a Mexican.
You gonna get stuck, nigga, and we can't get you out.
No, but listen. The vineyard that you talking about, there's one like outside of Tijuana, and it's like a whole like they said it's like it's like the Mexican Napa Valley, but they're like nobody really knows that much about it yet. So it's like a whole bunch of wineries and places like that, and it's owned by like people that are from that area, like from like California that moved down there and opened up.
Oh, okay.
You know, they own little wineries and stuff.
See, that sounds
So,
good.
Yeah.
I'll drink wine.
I was trying to go out there and get drunk though, like tequila and shit. You know what I'm talking about? Yeah, I'm trying to be a good Uber or something. I'll be good. Ain't nobody gonna kill me.
Don't get in the wrong Uber. Did he say I don't think?
I don't think. I hope. I hope nobody kill me.
They gonna say you can't go back.
Yeah, I mean, I got my passport. I'm gonna have it on.
That don't mean anything.
Like, I don't look Mexican.
You look Dominican. We don't know.
Yeah,
we don't know
somebody
who
did
you
tell me I
are.
look Dominican one time.
We don't know who you are, sir.
They was putting all those people from Bahamas, whatever. They was
Right, talking about. Did you hear what he said?
They had some bad people in those.
Talking about bad
survivors.
people and gang members
In
and
those
all.
survivors.
What the fuck?
They just trying to get out of the fucking hurricane shit.
Yeah,
Trump on bullshit. Nah.
But okay, so before we get out of the topic and everything, what is something that you believe that you want and you're willing to work for soon, like upcoming or even in your life period? What is something that you believe that you are on the track for working your way into it? And you can say you really want that bad and you really working for it at this moment.
I'm about to really be financially stable. I can say that now.
What are you doing for that?
Sacrificing.
What are you sacrificing?
A lot of shit that I shouldn't be going to. But hey, nothing.
That's a
Hey, sitting my ass at home. Labor Day, I sat my ass at home. Going to happy hours, I got 96 cents. I'm still going to fuck out, but 97 cent margaritas, I gotta balance it. And finding sugar daddies to pay for stuff when I can't afford it. What you got?
You done?
Yeah.
That's your financial stability conversation now?
I was like, okay.
I need
So,
whatever.
So what am I doing, whatever? Well, what am I doing? Like I said, I started a new job this summer.
Congrats.
Appreciate you.
Yeah.
Like I say, start a new job this summer, but I'm back in school, get another degree to get into a higher position at the company I'm with now. So like I said, I got back in school this fall for that. Hopefully be done with that by in the spring or summer of next year. Trying to save money, build up my accounts, whatever the case may be. Got myself out of a lot of financial debt over the past couple of months. So a lot of stuff is paid now. Planning to make, like I told you, like at least 3 major trips next year.
I'll be at least one.
Like I said, one domestic, one international trip next year. And I'm doing a lot of positive things with it, trying to get some shit popping. Like I say, for this podcast and stuff like that. But then also, I need to get back in my health shit. Like I said, I want to take these trips, whatever. I do want to look a certain way. I have been dropping weight and shit, so
I feel that.
So I really have to give myself.
Look like?
Huh?
I'm trying to figure out what y'all trying to look like.
Man, I'm trying
Who, me?
to walk around with some baby oil and just have the random people just squirt me down like here.
Men can do that regardless. I feel like women have to look. I don't really give a shit.
Well, no, but because this is my thing, we do this podcast, right? I want to look the part.
What's
Like,
the part?
The part, like I said, in your attire, whatever, in your appearance, whatever the case may be. Because let's keep it 100. We live in a vain society, a lot of vanity shit with it, right? The better you look, the better you take care of yourself personally, physically, whatever the case may be, right? The more opportunities you get.
Yes, but if you feel better inside, you'll look better on the outside.
But your appearance gets you in the door.
I
Everything else about you in the inside and your speech. Hey, that's fucked up.
I think that's what people tend to forget is that the whole fucking world is vain. So like, what makes you really think?
I still want to be me.
Right, but we just saying like you can't be looking rough and ugly and still try to make it.
I'ma look like me. If you think it's ugly, I'm sure if I couldn't make it in Hollywood and all that other stuff.
But
I'm
I'm
you
just
have
saying,
to lose that. I still want to be me.
Like a lot of, I'm not gonna say successful people because there's some out of shape, man, looking successful people too. But like a lot of times, what gets you in the door is that you can be somewhat attractive.
You look that part.
Yeah.
Oh, that's what you're saying.
You don't look the part.
You just gave a whole resume basics to women out here. So okay.
What you mean?
Like, that's what they looking for.
I mean, like I feel like all the stuff that I want and that I'm working for are kind of similar in the fact that like I'm trying to get my finances back straight.
Yeah.
And I'm collecting rent and stuff now, so I'm good.
Look,
Hey.
look at
And
that.
then like
Give
on
him
top
the
of
rent
that,
money.
and then on top of that,
Bills
like,
paid.
Your wrist due, motherfucker.
So
That's
So-
just funny.
He said, don't be pulling that phone down the stairs, shit.
no, but like on top of that, I'm trying to get my money stuff straight. Like I'm trying to start eating better again because, like I said, I had done so well at that one point when I was like real big and then got like lost a whole bunch of weight and I just gained it all back. So I'm like, I gotta.
I think we look at that.
I remember when this nigga lost that weight, a lot of weight, whatever. He came to the homecoming and he had a shirt. He's like, yeah, give me that large.
Yeah, give me a large.
Like, nigga.
Nigga, I was small. I don't know what the fuck I was doing, but I'm trying to get that motivation back, and that's what I really want to get.
I be
back to
laughing
that
at your
point.
posts, but I like them, the videos. But yeah, I'm trying to live light. That's too goddamn light. But
Yeah.
I'm trying to live heavy. That's too damn heavy. So I'm trying to figure this shit out.
Yeah,
Like, okay.
I lift heavy weights, and I be like, damn,
Welcome to the
I'm
30s.
And, my fucking joints are hurting and shit. But but my other thing is something else. Oh, so like I took another job like over the not over the summer. I guess it was like in July.
Mm-hmm.
But like I think one of the things that helps me with taking this new job is that it's making me actually do a lot of work. Whereas like my last job, I was kind of chilling,
Mm-hmm.
and so I think
Me
that it's
too.
helping to motivate me to like be active and like because it's a leadership role. So like being in a leadership role is totally different. Like where you actually have people that have to answer to you and shit. So like now I'm like I feel the motivation of being in that position, and it's like I feel like it's propelling me to do things that I need to do to better
build
myself.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So like I think that me sticking it out with this job is gonna be showing how much I want to be better and how much I want to do better in my life. So like that's one thing. My health is one thing. My finance is another thing. And like you said, travel. At this point in my life, dog, I'm trying to travel wherever, whenever. Like as soon as something cheap pops up, I'm gonna let a whole bunch of people know whoever
And
wants to go can go.
enjoy your life.
And
You better
if they
say
don't go,
something.
I'm gonna go by myself.
You better say something.
But that's my thing too. I think just the nigga mentality we kind of be like, yeah, you know, I'm traveling somewhere and it's like, I gotta make sure I got this weekend, I fly out, blah blah.
Yeah.
I work a job where I have a lot of weekdays off at times, whatever the case may be, where it's cheapest to fly.
Yeah.
So if I
I remember I had weekdays. I used to do that.
yeah,
a lot.
so I'm off on a 4 day stretch, whatever, like on a Tuesday through Friday, whatever. Yeah, you know what I'm saying? Fly my ass out.
Or one of the other things I used to have a problem with was like because I'm a teacher, so like we either have holidays, we have weekends off, and and I have a whole bunch of like sick days. Like they give us 10 days a year. Or
Really?
whatever.
They
So,
give y'all 10 days to be sick?
yeah. So
Yeah.
well, their personal leave day.
Mm.
But anyway, so like there'll be times where I'll be like, okay, I just want to jump up and take a trip, and then I'm waiting on people that gotta be like, well, I gotta check my PTO. I don't know if I got enough hours, blah blah blah. And so now I'm like,
You just
well,
gonna
shit,
talk
I gotta wait for you to make sure you got hours, and then I can't go. And then if you ain't got the hours, then I just ain't gonna go. No, I'm gonna go by myself. Fuck it.
You know,
I don't care
just
if
do
I
it
ain't
by
got
myself.
PT. I'm trying to get out of it too.
because it's like this. It's like
Yeah.
that's the crazy thing about it. It's the point of there's always gonna be when you try to schedule a trip, or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
When you asking certain people, they might always have conflicts.
Right.
But if you just go ahead and be like, hey, I'm about to fly out to such on this week, whatever, during the
I
week.
bet you somebody's
somebody's gonna hit you up and be like, hey man, you flying out? Shit, where you going? I'm talking about it. And
I had
you
a friend
get
that did she said she booked a trip to Jamaica for her birthday. She just told some people, I already got mine booked. And then they joined her.
yeah,
Because she was like, I couldn't wait on nobody no more.
because you wait on certain individuals, you're gonna be waiting.
Yeah,
Right.
you're right.
And that's why I'm not waiting on nobody. If I see a trip, I'm gonna let people know. If they don't want to go, I'm gonna book it. I'm gonna let people know
You
it's
gotta
booked.
go.
Because a lot of times for black people, I'm saying for black people because that's all I know. But a lot of times for us, you be waiting for somebody to say that they booked it before you book it. And so I'm gonna let you know I booked it. Now if you still don't book it, then your ass getting left because I'm going regardless.
Mm.
And then the other thing I'm gonna do is like when other people tell me about their trips, I'm gonna look into going on those. I don't care who the group is. Like I'm good. I'm a pretty friendly person overall. So like I'm pretty much good in any group. So like if your group going, I'll go, and we can travel that whole together. I'm not that friendly, but I mean, I do it. I'm personable. I say that.
I can't go with everybody, so I can't do that shit.
No, nope. 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 Ashley ain't trying.
I ain't going. Like, who going? I'm good.
Yeah, no, but that's gonna be my other thing. Besides, just taking trips and not waiting, is jumping down with people that may be taking a trip.
And I also want to improve this craft of podcasting, and also like start I don't know how to word that yet. Cause I wanted to work with I already sent you some stuff, like little phrases I wanted.
Oh, shirts and stuff.
Yes.
Oh, like making merchandise.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
So,
I mean, I
want
got
to
you.
improve my craft, and to clear out something on my bucket list that I've been working on.
Your bucket list. You got a bucket list?
and take me back to school.
Yeah, that's it.
Go back to school too. Yeah. All of that.
Oh.
But I mean, other than all that, I think that we all have our things that we want, but we have to like Alan said, it's how bad you want it. Like you have to be putting in the effort to do it. And so I guess I'm going straight into the woo side.
Woo side out.
So for the woo side, I was just gonna say basically you gotta find your motivation. Like you gotta find something that's gonna make you say, okay, this is what's gonna do it for me. Because besides, so for my whole weight loss situation the first time. My whole weight loss situation then was not only was I just big as hell and realized how big I was getting, but then I started to realize that this could really cause health concerns. Because I started to work out a little bit. I had a little bit of motivation after like I said, watching my 600-pound life. I was like, I can't end up like them niggas, and I keep gaining weight. Yeah. And so I was like, man, let me work out a little bit. But I really wasn't that motivated. I went to work out maybe twice a week. Didn't really change that much my eating habits, that kind of stuff. And then a few months later, my dad died, and then he died from a heart attack, and he nigga had fried food all in the house and stuff like that. And I was like, okay, I think I need to get a little bit more serious. So I found motivation in that. Now that's an extreme form of motivation, but I think that everybody has to reach that breaking point before they really realize how bad they really want something. Yeah. Because I mentioned before about a job. When you got a job, people say they hate their job every day. But once you reach that breaking point, it gets to a point where you're like, okay, this right here I cannot deal with. Don't let it get to that point. As soon as you start feeling like you're getting stressed or something is bothering you and you want to do something different, do it. Actually start making the effort and take that first step, even if it's just a baby step. I'm just going, I'm going to go update my LinkedIn real quick. Yeah. Okay. Let me go look on Indeed, see what they got. I mean, I ain't really just going to apply yet, but let me see if there's something open. Because I'll tell you, when I got the job that I got now, it was because somebody else had told me about a different job, and I was just like, okay, well, I'll go look at it. And when I looked at it, I saw this one, and I was like, oh shit, this is a move up. So I was like, let me just go ahead and take that job. So it just took the small step of just going to look for me to find another job.
That's true.
And so even if it's a relationship thing, let's say you working on your relationship, you trying to build things back up, and if you really want that relationship to work, you're gonna take at least a step to actually do it.
What if you're ready to get out of a relationship?
You're gonna take a step to get out of that relationship.
Yeah.
If you still going through the same bullshit circle with the same person over and over again, and you not doing anything different or trying to be like, okay, well, I need to do something different, I need to break away, do something. If you're not doing anything different, then you're not really tired of it yet. You putting up with that shit because you want to.
Like I said, it's always, I think, when you look at shit, it's always a way out. It's always an exit to something. It's just the fact that we choose to take that exit. Like I said, we're talking about career-wise, whatever. Like I said, I remember being in my old job, and I was like, man, I'm really not making shit, whatever the case may be. I'm applying all these places, nobody hitting me back.
Yeah.
I'm just getting frustrated, and then one day I was like, you know what, fuck it, this is my circumstance right now. There's an avenue for me to at least get $2 or $3 more at my current job if I can do these different training things, learn these different tests, put them in the lab, and I can get this pay whatever, because I can ask for this raise.
Yeah.
So I was like, fuck it, well, I'm here, I'm gonna keep on applying, whatever, I'm discouraged, whatever, but fuck it, I'm gonna do what I need to do. And I did that within a couple of months, whatever, and I asked them for the raise, whatever. They was like, yeah, so you did what you need to do, here you go. But then at the same time, another job called and was like, hey, we'll pay you, I think they was $1 more than the raise I was gonna get. So I went to them, was like, hey, I want to stay, but y'all can pay me more, that's what's up. They ended up paying me $2 or $3 more than that. So I ended up getting paid within a 5-month period, whatever, making $6 more. than I was making.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And I could have just been like, fuck it, I ain't doing shit, and just been discouraged, what case may be. But I was like, I see an exit, I see something I can do to further myself at this time, so let me go ahead and do that.
Right. That's what I'm saying. Just take that initial step. Like, as long as you're taking a step in the direction of what you really want, then you'll get there faster. You never gonna get there if you keep saying, "Damn, I really want that shit."
Well, then we find we usually get depressed and down. We find other people that's depressed and down, and we complain together.
Yeah, pity party.
Yeah, we have a pity party for each other, whatever, but nobody's steady progressing.
And so you need to be around people that's gonna motivate you and push you.
Yeah, that's gonna tell you like, hey, keep going, keep doing. You can do this. Look at it this way.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Basically.
And I think that's one of the other big things that I really want to change, or not even change, but I want to keep building my circle of people that are kind of like successful and want to be successful and are doing things positively and not just talking about. Because I think a lot of us think we around a lot of positive people because my niggas always say they gonna do something, like, but I don't want people that just
anything?
I want people
or
that
have
actually
they included
progress.
you, or even ask you, man, what you doing? Like, how's everything going with you?
Yeah,
Like, why you ain't say you was gonna do that? I want somebody to hold me accountable and shit too.
Yeah, hold you accountable and then do stuff with you. Like they try to, they doing better, you doing better, and y'all just kind of progress together. Like
your circle y'all all should come up. If I eat, we all eat.
Exactly. And so
I probably want more food than y'all, but I want to eat.
Shit, I want more food than anybody.
Give me my plate.
Yeah.
2 cheeseburgers, please.
Like I say, you want it. You know what I'm saying? You do whatever you have to. If you really want something, you'll do whatever you have to get it.
I ain't stripping.
And you don't. And that's the whole point. At the end of the day, you don't need the most extreme circumstances to be like that.
No, don't wait till it gets to that point.
Like, don't wait till it gets to that point where it's like I have no choice.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Don't do it when it's like that.
You already see like something ain't right. I gotta change it.
Yeah.
When you see the point that you need to make a change, or not even make a change, you see the point where you need to progress, and you feel like you're not progressing, go ahead and start. Like it takes you forever if you just like there was a meme. What is it, a meme? I saw it as a quote before the memes were big, but like there was a quote that said like the best time to start was yesterday. The second best time is right now.
Mm-hmm.
So like, they said the best time to start was 20 years ago. the second best time is right now. Like, cause people be like, man, if I'd have done that shit 10 years ago, I'd be killing right now.
Yeah.
So why not just do it right now? And then 10 years from now, you actually are doing what you say you could have been doing now.
Cause I am kind of pissed at myself a little bit, cause I used to save so much money, and now I'm looking like, what the hell am I doing?
Yeah, I do the same thing.
And now I'm just like, what are you doing? Oh, you just spending the shit and going shopping and.
So yeah, like if it's working out, if you want to start getting in shape, don't worry about what you did before, how out of shape you are now. Go ahead and get started today. Go ahead and get started. Plan to go to the gym.
So stop looking at them old ass pictures and shit and trying to say something.
You right? You talking to me? That's
and
right.
Me too, because I keep looking at 2016. I'm like, damn, I was small and fit.
2015, 2016, I was in shape.
But I don't know what happened. I stopped working out. I was like,
stop looking at them old pictures and saying.
It come on Facebook. You be like, damn, I was at the gym. I lied.
You know what I'm saying? People like stop posting those pictures 3 years ago.
Yeah,
like that.
People love memories.
Yeah,
we do.
But the thing is, I get why memories are cool or whatever. But I think that's one of our biggest things and one of our biggest hindrances in moving forward. Is because we're looking back.
I kind of want to post. Sometimes I want to post like a picture of my memory. It looks good, but what I was going through was fucking terrible.
I mean,
and I don't know how people. I just don't know
that either, though.
I can't. Some pictures I be like, yeah, I just didn't know. Like,
yeah, but I'm saying, like, even when you look at the picture, you don't need to remember the negative
I do.
picture either.
But
I do.
I think when you look at it like that,
I do.
Say if you was really small in that picture, right? People were like, damn girl, you was small,
yeah,
you was cute,
all cute, you
but you
smiling,
but you
you
don't know the hell I was going through.
Like you didn't know.
So you be like, I want to get back to that size and be happy.
You know,
basically, took a whole 3 months off of work. Basically.
Yeah, I mean, but that's what I'm saying. Like, you can't really look back and think and like with rose-colored glasses and hindsight 2020, all them other bullshit sayings that say when you look back, it's gonna look different. It's gonna look great. Whereas you have a whole life to live ahead of you. So like if you really think that 10 years ago if you'd have started this business, your business would be booming right now, then start the business now. So that 10 years from now, your business is booming, just like it would have been right now.
Right.
So just do the shit.
Well, like I said, I look at life like this. I look at when people talk about like life and death and stuff like that. I believe that because the favorite thing people like, well, God already has the plan for you, stuff like that.
Yeah.
He already has your life mapped out. I believe that is true to a certain extent. I believe that's true to the point where.
But it gives you choices.
Well, we have like I said, if you look at the movie reference, we all have alternate endings.
Yeah.
And stuff like that. And I feel like at different points in your life, you've come to forks in the road. You may have not known that you was at a fork in the road, and you know what I'm saying, but you at different points in our life, we all reach those points. And at those points, we have a choice. You know what I'm saying? Do we go left or right? What the case may be. And that's whichever way we go, that, you know what I'm saying, causes certain situations to happen.
Right.
Might prolong you.
Yeah.
Right.
They might prolong you, might boost you up, whatever the case may be.
But
then you're gonna come to another point where you can be like, hey, I can make the detour to get back on that same path of all this greatness, or I'm on this greatness and I can take this wrong turn and go on some bullshit.
Yeah.
But you every so many months or years or occasionally you always faced with a choice that is gonna lead your life in a certain direction.
It's like a choose your own adventure book.
Yeah.
Where you like, if you turn to this page, this is what's gonna happen.
Yeah. You know what I'm saying? So it's like
I don't think I want that though.
yeah. So but it's taking you to evaluate where you at in that point in your life to be like, hey, and to kind of recognize the circumstance and the situation and the time to be like, hey, if I do this could boost me to her level. But if I sit on this shit, whatever, I'm gonna be doing the same shit for the next 2-3 years.
Yep.
Yeah.
You gotta make that move, man.
I don't even want to talk about that.
Yeah, you gotta make that move. I'm gonna end with this. One of my favorite shows is The Office.
Yes.
And so, like, one of the last episodes, Andy said that his whole time at the office, he was looking back at his time at Cornell, and like he was saying that, like, you know, every time he gets somewhere new, he looks back at, you know, all the great times he had wherever he was before.
Yeah.
And he was saying that, like, he never actually enjoys where he is in the moment because he's always thinking about, yeah, man, back in the day I used to do this, I used to do that. And then he's like, now he left the office and got a new job, and he's like, man, and then my new job, all I do is talk about the great times I had at the office. But in the office, all I talked about was Cornell. So it's like, he wishes that, you know, you had a chance to know, what did he say? He wishes that you knew when the good old days were when you're still in them. Because you'd be like, oh man, those were the good old days.
Now, yeah.
The good days probably right now, 20 years from now. 20 years from now, you're going to look back at now and be like, what did I do back then?
He wasn't even doing shit.
And like, you want to look back 20 years from now and be like, damn, I really got started right then. That's when everything turned around and my life got better.
True.
So you want to make sure that is your motivation.
And it's freezing.
Yeah, it's good though. We good.
Hey, and we back. I seen the flash on the microphone staying with us. Hey, we back.
Yeah. So, like I said, just continue. Go ahead and take that step now. That's the wolf side. Go ahead and take that step now, because you don't want to look back 20 years from now and be like, yeah, if I'd have started 20 years ago, I'd have been like this by now.
Yeah.
50 something years.
I would have been the man. Why you just can't be the man right now?
Yeah. Why don't you just go ahead and start? Go ahead and get started now, so you don't have to look back anymore. Fuck the past. Let's go.
Let's go.
All right. So we better get out of here. Anybody got anything before we go?
Nothing.
I'm gonna try to go to. I think I'm gonna try to go to the State Fair Classic this year. So I ain't got nothing to do that weekend, the 28th, September 28th.
Mm-hmm.
So I might go to Dallas. I don't
What's
know
up?
yet.
I ain't been in a while.
Yeah, I'm still gonna be. Nah, I'll be working. Yeah, same.
No.
Yeah, all my shit looks up for homecoming weekend.
Oh yeah. I feel that. So nobody got anything else? I guess we ready to go. You good?
Okay.
Actually, thinking. You look like you was thinking. So.
No, I'm just reading stuff.
Oh, okay. Well,
next week another week off, and then we'll be back on the 25th with
somebody guest. We got somebody guest the next time.
Yeah, I think somebody's next week. Well, the weekend after that, somebody. And then I know Everything's Culture is October 2nd.
Oh, okay.
But then somebody before that though.
No idea.
Yeah, we'll find out.
Yeah, you'll find out on the next episode.
Just letting y'all know it's Sugar Buddy season.
Yeah.
Ashley's looking for a sugar buddy.
Somebody that she ain't gonna give nothing to.
We can be
Nothing to
buddies.
But just give them money.
But random conversation and maybe some dance videos.
Help me help you. What dance video?
Yeah.
It ain't the dancing you think.
Yeah, fully clothed.
Fully clothed dancing videos.
Ain't no twerking
Nothing
either.
exciting, guys.
Nothing exciting.
Excuse me, my robot is
no, nothing arousing or nothing like that.
Nothing
Really though?
It's not.
At all? Y'all don't like my robot? The shoulder move.
It's
Shoulder.
It's not getting me down.
I almost killed myself doing the running man. I mean, it is what it is.
Well, that's
That's
it.
it.
We hope you laughed a little, learned a lot. We hope you find the remedy to whatever's troubling you. This is What's the Remedy podcast.
All right, y'all.
Cry a little.
What the fuck?
What?